right now. So I'm sitting in front of the man himself. What's your name? The man with two first names?
Oh man, Kenny Stanley.
Kenny Stanley. Man, you probably got a rash of shit for having that. That's actually a pretty cool name. That's like a NASCAR name.
You know what's funny is Stanley's my middle name.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you should just run with Kenny Stanley. It works. My girl was like, that was the first thing my girl said. She goes, he got two first names?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah. Okay, guess that works.
Yeah. I would get shit for that on Instagram. Like random people would be like, "Oh, this guy's got two first names." I'm like, little do they know.
Oh my goodness. Do you want to tell the world your actual name?
Yeah, I don't care. My name is my real name is Kenneth Stanley Lishevsky Jr.
Whoa. What hockey team you play for?
Fucking the Canucks, bro.
Damn. I know you got a jersey with that last name.
That's just Polish. Yeah, that's just super Polish. But if you read it, it looks like Lizuski, but it's pronounced Lishevsky.
Listen,
some Polish shit.
Immediately, I'm like, hockey jersey. I know you gotta have one. Why not?
Bro, the SK. I don't know.
Yeah, run it up. Do you have one you skated in?
A hockey jersey
with your last name on it like that?
I would.
Oh,
maybe. If I was Canadian or something.
You just get one, just print it up and run it up.
Like Tampa Bay Lightning.
So where are you from, actually?
I'm from Sarasota, Florida.
Florida,
it's, I guess Southwest Florida.
Okay, I'm familiar. I've never.
It's an hour south of Tampa.
Okay.
Tampa Bay area.
We grew up skating like Tampa Park and stuff like that a lot.
Yeah, that's where we grew up, going to Spot, and pretty much, yeah, that was our closest city that had a lot of skating going on. Definitely Tampa. So I grew up going to, watching Tampa Am, Tampa Pro, skating all the little contests and shit. Harvest Jam, fucking Spring Jam.
Oh, you were. That's all right. Yo, look, that's.
You got a ghost in here, bro? What's going on? Yo.
Hold on.
How did that happen?
Oh,
how'd that happen?
I'm a pause.
Shit almost hit me in the head. Where was that, right here?
It was up there.
Bro. Oh my God.
I guess it's off though, right? I mean,
it's on.
Oh, it's on? Yo, shout out Costco.
Shout out
for the fan.
That thing's still running.
Yo, still.
Damn, you caught
thugging.
That too.
What?
Shit almost hit me in the head, dude.
Damn, I pay my renter's insurance. Don't worry. You got a nice little check. But yo, just lay there.
That's funny, bro.
Like I'll pay the high premium, we whack it up. Boom.
That's a good clip right there.
Oh my goodness. Hey, that's all right. Look, real shit's the funny shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you want me to do? Look, this is bare bones right now.
Straight up.
This is from the roots. This is it. This is what we got going on. I mean, shit. I'm doing my best, folks. I try to tell everybody, I'm doing my best.
That's the intro clip right there.
Yeah, that's got to be. It was damn near the outro clip.
Straight up.
If it knocked you in your head. Be a short show. But yo, this is cut short because he got hit in the head with a fan from Costco.
Yeah, he got knocked out.
Damn, the DVD player let me down, son. That's old. Do we know what that is?
It's a little shaky up there. Come on, bro. I know what a DVD player is.
I was messing with you. Anyway.
I grew up on VHS.
Oh, man. VHS, bro. I didn't gave all those things away. They're flammable by now. You can't have that running around.
Bro, straight up.
So back and forth, we'll go back. So back in Florida, what would you first see that got you into skating? Who did you first see?
I'm trying to think. I didn't see much. I think I was just riding, I had a scooter. Unfortunately, I was riding a scooter around. I think I used to rollerblade before then. So I was into all the action sports. I was probably 7 or 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom's boyfriend at the time was kind enough he just brought me home a skateboard. And
he's like, get off that shit, man.
Yeah, he's like, get on this shit. I mean, it was a classic, like a Walmart thing, little Walmart joint. That was it. I just started rolling on that around the neighborhood. Not, I didn't know nothing about skateboarding at that point. trying to think. So my mom, she was in like a tennis club.
What?
So I would go to the tennis club with her and whatever, play racquetball.
Mhm.
Like it had a big ass pool. I would go swimming in the pool, but I would always bring my my scooter. I can't remember at this point I was riding the board, but I would bring a scooter or something and ride. They would let me ride it all over the place. But I saw these two dudes were there with real skateboards. Like I saw the grip tape that it was all, shit was all glittery. Like comparing it to my shitty little Walmart thing, and I was just, oh man, I was tripping. That just caught my attention immediately, and I remember the sound, the distinct sound when you drop the wheels and the little bounce right there, and I was like, yo, bro, what is that? Like, so I just came up to these dudes like, where did you get those skateboards? And then they told me, they're like, go to Apocalypse, which was our local skate shop, like a dope shop.
Okay.
So I think, and then I was begging my dad, not my mom's boyfriend at the time that gave me the board. I was telling my dad, but I think I was whatever for my birthday, like, Dad, take me to Apocalypse. Like, I need a real board.
Damn. And what was your first real board?
Dude, I can't remember, but I think it was a girl. I think it was a girl board with Thunder Trucks.
Oh, damn, you started off right.
No. I think it was a blind, actually. It was like a blind complete. I'm pretty sure. I think the next board, the first one was like a blind complete. And then my second board, I got to I think it was a girl.
Oh, you're like,
I got to actually build it out.
Oh, you're like, all right.
Yeah, I need those Thunder Trucks and like.
You already knew.
Yeah, I think I did because I had the blind and it was a good board, but it's still like I was seeing other boards and I'm like, well, hold up, like,
so this ain't it.
Yeah, I know your board's better than mine. Like,
what was that moment where you were just like, this is what I want to do? You know what I mean? I always ask them, I'm like, man, what was that thing where you were like, oh, okay.
I don't know.
You just get locked in. It's different for everybody.
Yeah, there was no. I don't know if there was a specific
was this your
moment.
Environment or?
No, because at this point I had no friends that skated. Well, I did later on. Like the neighborhood kid, we'd ride BMX bikes and whatever. We would just be doing all sorts of shit. I think he saw that I had a board, and he eventually ended up getting a board. So we would just skate around the neighborhood. I don't think we were. Like, I think at this point, I've never still watched skateboarding videos or nothing. I was just charging around. Like, I just thought ride, around the neighborhood. And we had, like, crusty-ass streets, like, no sidewalks. Fucking.
Damn.
I would just be trying to mob down, like, the worst asphalt ever.
But you were having a good time, though.
Yeah, I was feeling it. So I guess at that point, there was something that stuck. Like, I didn't really want to go back to the scooter or the...
He had to put that game away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what?
But I think, man, it's all such a blur. I don't know what really got me going, but I think eventually we ventured off like outside of the neighborhood, and we had a local bank, like a money bank.
Mm-hmm.
But it had a bunch of curbs, and then I feel like I had to have like watched. I know my first video was One Step Beyond.
Oh, Jesus.
On VHS. So I don't know if this was before then or after, because at this bank, that was when I started skating curbs and like everything was fresh, and we waxed everything up, and like we made that whole bank skatable. There was just a bunch of curves, and there was this little gap. I forgot what we called it, something stupid like I don't know. We had a name for this little 2-inch flat gap.
Oh yeah, everybody did a little local spot. It was like a little claim to fame, like who did what over there.
Yeah, we named it after a famous spot eventually. So yeah, at that point, man, so that was way back. I was probably 8 or 9 years old, because I remember it was when I started skating, it was the new millennium. It was 2000. I was born in 92, so yeah, I had to have been like 8 years old. Because
damn, how long you been skating for? Not that long.
I mean, I guess since I was 8, since about 2000.
So how old are you?
32.
Okay. Dang,
so yeah, 25 years.
25. Damn,
that's pretty long, bro.
Yeah, I'm like,
that's
wait a minute.
Quarter century, right?
I'm like, because I'm old. I'm like 25 years. I'm like,
it's actually kind of long now that I think about it.
Yeah, it's all right though.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Okay, here's something. take a little turn.
Mm.
You ever think about like the sets of friends you've gone through in that 25 years?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Isn't it wild?
Yeah, man, a lot of yeah, like even groups of skaters and yeah, there was a whole phase we can talk about later on, like in high school too, that didn't skate, and that kind of threw me off track a little bit.
What was it like in school? We'll get to that.
I think second grade was where I would like bring my board to school, and I think this was the point that I realized, or I just learned a lot more about skating. And I don't know, I was like skating on campus or something, and this kid came up to me, and he was just like, "Yo, you should come skate. We go to the Philippi Creek Mansion every Saturday or something." And I'm like, "What's that?" He's like, "Oh, it's little, there's a 3-stair and there's a 5-stair, whatever." They like film videos and shit at the time. So he's like, "Yeah, meet us at Philippi Mansion on this time." So my mom dropped me off there one day. So I think fuck man, I'm cutting later on because I forgot there was a lot that happened before. So yeah, like you said about the different friend groups.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of these things where anyone that's been skating that long or doing anything that long and putting that much focus into it, there's a lot of like, you look back and you go, wow, like this person is a whole different person than when I knew them.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still you, but then it's like, you know what I mean? You're like, you're in such a different part of your life. You're like, but I'm doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this person doesn't even do this at all. And we have a whole different, like, we were like this before.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get that far in it, I always ask people that. And I go, okay, well, let's, like, isn't it when you look back on that, you go, wow, like, are any of those people still around?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to is because now I remember before I met that kid at school that was like, "Oh, we film skating." It was always friends that like I was trying to get them into skating, so their mom would get them aboard. And this one dude I originally started with, just big old kid, like we were both in second grade, but he was just naturally huge, and he ended up I think he went to the NFL.
Wow.
So that's pretty crazy to look back, and we don't really. I think we've stayed in touch a little bit, but so yeah, I was trying to get him into skating, and my mom would take us around. So yeah, she would take us to spots. It's just all such a blur at like what time was what. But yeah, I had like homies like that, and then when I met this dude, my homie Keon, um, that was when he was like, "Oh, we go to street spots and we like film videos and shit." And I was like, "Damn, like okay." So I started doing that, and I think that's when I like met this whole crew, and they were all a little bit older too. Maybe I was in second grade; they were probably in uh, middle school for sure. So their parents were a little more cool, just dropping them off, and they would skate all around the city. I mean, my mom she trusted these dudes too, I guess. So that was when yeah, that was when shit like they were just schooling me on like everything, bro. But they were on some like zero dying to live type
Oh,
of shit. And I
geez.
think at that period I was I think before then I had watched like One Step Beyond maybe. So I didn't know about like zero skating, and they're all fucking they got like studded belts and tight pants and shit. So yeah, eventually I like turned into that, I guess you could say.
Oh,
Like I
bro.
went through a little like I think a lot of us
Oh,
did, bro.
my God, yeah. Like 100% of people still roast me for stuff like that. I don't care.
Yeah.
It was a phase. You got wrapped up in what that was. You do what your friends are doing. And
Yeah,
that's why
that was my like second through fifth grade
you find out what you like and what you don't.
phase.
Nobody was cool all the way growing up.
Bro, I was my mom's so tiny at that time. I was stealing her pants out of the closet, like trying on different fits. Like I was tight ass pants,
He's like,
like
yeah, this stretch right. I like this.
yeah. It's like, oh, these are the stretch ones, but some of them had like bell bottoms on, a little flare. I'm like, oh fuck, I can't do this.
Well, you could
But
do it. Kendrick, he didn't look at that full
yeah,
circle.
bro, yeah,
Catch you on the gram, kick flipping over something
straight
with
up.
some Kendrick Jones on.
No, bro, it's just, soon enough somebody's gonna be wearing that shit.
So clearly that phase didn't stick with you. You were like, okay, I'm not dying to live.
No, I mean, I guess not. I mean, I did that for a few years, and then yeah, I think everyone just, you know, they all went to high school, and I think people did phase out of skating. So yeah, I had a lot of friend groups like that. We would skate for some years, and then we would just start, you know, venturing off. But I was like a diehard little fucking skate rat, you know.
Yeah, and that's what I always wonder. I'm like, okay, so when did you? How long were you always in Florida, and then you came? Like, have you lived other
Yeah.
places?
No, I just grew up, born and raised in Florida.
Whoa! And wow.
So like going to a different world for us was like driving up to Tampa, because you know we would see those spots and videos, and yeah, there was just more spots. Like Sarasota is a pretty dope looking city, but when it comes to spots, like whoever built that shit, it's like they almost made a skate spot everywhere, but it's not skatable, and it's just rough, bro. Florida is like, I don't know, the spots are rough out there. Like the limestone ground everywhere.
Then what kept you motivated then? If you stayed in Florida all that time, like what was your motivation?
Well, I think we didn't even have a skate park in Sarasota. I think before I even started, they had like the indoor skating rink at this place called Stardust. So they would set up you know, like classic. I see a lot of parks like that back in the day. But then eventually we got a pretty sick skate park built. I can't remember, maybe like 2003. So yeah, I was still a little jit. And then once that park opened, like, you know, I was there every day, all day. Um, and then yeah, I just started meeting all the older heads over time at the yeah, it was Payne Park, built by Payne, by Team Payne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever travel outside of Florida while you're younger?
Yeah, which I was gonna tell you. My dad's from Philly,
Oh, what?
so
What part of Philly? Hold on.
oh, I knew this was gonna happen, bro.
Hold
And I'm
on a
like,
second. Let me get my
no,
phone.
I
Let
have
me make
no
sure.
idea.
Let me get this record.
Should I text him? Because
You better
I
find.
always forget.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. You
Because
might have to turn
he
these.
took me to the house that he grew up in, and I think what he was claiming was like the neighborhood he lived in was all Polish and Italians.
Okay, it sounds like South Philly.
But I think that area has changed over time or something.
Mm, mm,
Let me.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, like, hey, what block
He
you
bro, I can't say if it was. I
Oh
always ask him if it's
no.
like West South
Getting your
Philly.
props jammed up on the podcast.
Bro,
I'll
I
make a
know,
phone
bro.
call. Go
You're gonna
look for
find
him
out
right now.
where he's from, where he was
Yo,
raised.
like, yo, I need somebody to go look for him right now. He's claiming something real quick. Well, I'll let you
I'll ask
slide.
him real
Yeah,
quick.
okay. We're gonna find out. We're gonna have him tap back.
Oh
Like,
man.
tell him, like, look, Dad, my back's against the wall right now. I threw Philly out there.
I did, bro. I
And
had to put that
now
out there.
I got to know. I be busting people. I'm like, where'd you get that hat? Where'd you get that Eagles hat? They're like, ordered it online. I'm like, I knew it.
Bro, I was gonna wear my Phillies hat too, man.
Hey, look, it's okay. Go Birds. I drove out here and they roast me all the time. Penny still talks shit.
That's so funny, bro.
I catch heat all the time because I'm cold. I have switched up. I can't deal with the weather. So now I'm cold.
Bro.
Yeah, I'm cold. You got a jacket on. You see it.
You're like a Californian now.
Oh yeah, whatever. You see me with? I
bet
had
all
a
your
beanie
friends
on.
are talking shit back home.
Yeah, all the time. They're probably lighting
You
up
done
right
switched
now.
up, man.
It's all right. That's fine. Say that, and then you want to come stay here. You
Exactly.
Want to come? Yeah.
Come crash.
Oh, you want to come hang out? Oh, I switched up though. Okay.
In the wintertime, huh? When the winter comes.
So, all right. So anyway, back to venturing out. So did you go to Philly? You say your dad was
Yeah. So almost every year we would go up there because I have cousins. Everyone kind of, I think they grew up in whatever part of Philly. He took me to the house. They had a little house on the corner. That was where our grandmother raised them. My dad went to Temple.
Okay. It sounds like it was South Philly then.
But yeah, now I have cousins or a lot of them live in Harrisburg, or some of them live in Harrisburg. I think Reading. And then in some part of Jersey, our family's huge.
What's up?
So the Espositos live in Jersey, and they're like just full-blooded Italian. Oh man, the food is my aunt Annette. She makes the best Italian food ever.
Oh man,
So I can't remember what city that was in Jersey, but it was kind of just
That's cool. It was probably
very suburb, like
sounds like it. That's cool though.
Nice, clean suburbs.
Oh, listen,
but just boring, you know. Like
I grew up in Jersey.
Nothing I've been surrounded by. So
I get it.
But we used to go up there every year, and then whatever, we would spend a few days in Philly, or like if I would go to Philly for like a wedding. You know, they were always gathering in Philly for something, and then I would come up. But at this time, I would bring my board, and you know, I knew about Love Park back then, so I'm like, damn, I'm going to Love Park. So I did go to Love Park. I skated Love Park twice.
Oh God!
And I think this was maybe like 2007. I don't know if that was it. Nobody was skating, so I was probably there at like.
Nobody was there skating?
No, like
yeah,
nobody was that shit. But it was in the wintertime. It was freezing too.
Yeah.
But I think it was when cops were people were tripping. So
yeah.
I even knew that too. So you know, I was just kind of like,
you were
I wasn't
smart
skating. I just wanted to be able to roll. Say I could roll on the ground in Philly.
I respect it.
I got a little photo on the 4 block. Like I would send you that photo.
Oh,
I'm just
I need that.
Dude, you'll see how small I was. I was a little jit.
Oh my God, that's sick. At least you were smart to do that, because people would be like, "Oh, there's no one here skating," and the cops like, "Got your ass."
Yeah, and then you know, I went to the City Hall, right, right across the street. Yeah, that whole district. I was just, you know, and I was finding spots all throughout the city that I'm like, I've never seen this shit.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna tell you something real quick. You're never gonna see any of that shit again. It's all gone, all of it. Like, I hate that, and I know it sounds like it's all gone. Like, because what you're talking about, that little area, you're right. That little area,
there's a bunch of spots.
It was a bunch of spots.
Like,
yeah. You could just, it's that little corner. All of that's gone. And I mean, they're gonna save Muni for the most part, but it was wild to see that firsthand.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, this sucks.
Yeah, that does suck.
Yeah, man, watch the logo go down. So you've been up there to PA a bunch. Did you ever take any skate trips with your friends anywhere?
Fuck, I don't think so.
Dude,
Miami was our.
Well, what
our
I mean
thing.
is like, okay.
No, we didn't like hop in a
bro,
plane.
we're sitting in Long Beach right now. That is nowhere near.
Yeah, I'd never came to California.
So what the hell are you doing here, man? Like, that's so crazy.
No, bro, it's nuts.
Like, I'm trying to like.
Well, I have
connect the dots. If I'm like, you know what? Damn it! Why are you sitting here?
Part of that is definitely my sister. I have a sister that still lives here.
Okay.
And we got a big family. It
sounds like it.
7 of us. So.
One for every letter in the name.
So my sister's been here probably almost 20, no, at least 15, 20 years.
Oh, wow.
She's an actress.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, thanks to her, like, because I did crash with her for a little bit, and I was, you know, that was my only way. I had some homies here, but, bro, I just winged it, like you were telling me before. Like, that was just always the dream, is to come to California and check it out, skate the spots, like just be in skate paradise.
Did you know to come to Long Beach, or did you just happen to be coming here?
No.
Like, for instance, like, did your sister live in Long Beach and you're like, I'll just come here because you're here?
No, bro. She was in, where was she? She was in Studio City.
Okay.
And she still is. So I only, you know, I had homies but that was another thing. I had homies that moved to Long Beach maybe 8 years prior to me moving here. So when I was coming out of high school, I had my 3 skate friends. Like, dude, you know, at that point I really wanted to come out, even like beginning of high school, I think. But yeah, I didn't know what I was doing, bro. I was a crazy little kid.
Oh, okay.
But what were we saying?
Well, how long have you been here?
Like 10 years.
Same.
But I've only been in Long Beach since 2020.
Okay.
So I was all throughout LA.
Just figuring it out.
Yeah, like my sister, you know, I came here with $2,000, and
dude, you sound just like me. Go ahead.
I had $2,000. Like, I had no idea what I was gonna do. In my head, I'm like, okay, I can probably stay with my sister. Like, in my head, I'm gonna stay with my sisters for like 2-3 months, and it was just bad timing. She was living with her ex-husband, but they were going through a divorce like right during this time, so there was a lot of tension.
A little bit.
Yeah, for sure. And I just didn't want to be like in their space. I felt like I was stepping on toes, and so within 2 weeks, I got out of there. But she was trying so hard to help me, like, let's go try to, she was like ready to co-sign for an apartment, but in my head I'm like, I don't even have a job. Like,
Yeah, you wouldn't be.
as soon as I
doing you
move
any
into an
favors.
apartment, yeah, all that money's gonna be gone. So we did look at a few apartments, and then she had like a friend of a friend that was renting a bedroom in their house in West LA. So these are just a random couple that I did not know. And I just went and met them and like, all right, moving in next week. So I just got thrown into this bedroom, but it was probably the best situation because the rent was cheaper. But yeah, I was freaking out, bro. Once I moved in, I damn near had nothing.
Clock was ticking.
But my sister, like, she definitely looked out. Like, she was like, no, we're gonna we're gonna get you towels and whatever, just like bedding, because I had nothing, bro. Yeah,
she's just big sister.
She like laced me up like big sister, and you know, I appreciate her for that. And
that's what's up.
So yeah, I got put in which the roommates ended up being super cool. Like, they were an older couple, and yeah, they had a dog. It was actually a pretty dope house. Like, it was in a house, yeah.
Oh wow, how long were you there for?
I think at least a year.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to remember. Yeah, I think it was a year. Was it 6 months or a year? So yeah, I started in. I was in West LA, but then well, if we go back, I was trying to find a job when I first moved in there. You know, I'm a barber, so that was the whole situation. Trying to get my my barber's license transferred out
to California. Yeah.
Yeah, the licensing's different. The hours are different. So I needed more hours. It took like 4 months when I first moved here. Like, you know, I thought I'd be able to transfer it right away. So I couldn't really get to work. But anyways, I ended up finding a shop that was like, the dude let me cut their certain hour. Like, we know how it goes. Like, the barber inspector is pretty rare, but they'll come to the shop and they'll be like, all right, everyone show your license. Like, they're checking your station, make sure everything's sanitary, like shit like that. They're like checking, and you can get fined. But they never came, and luckily this dude let me cut at his shop for, I think 3 months later, I ended up getting my license.
Dope.
Mm-hmm.
That's sick. You cut at a shop now?
Mm-mm. So I from that point, like 2015 up until 2020, I was working I cut in a shop in the Valley, and then I ended up working with some other guys, and they moved to, where was that? Like La Brea and, I can't think of the cross street. Kind of like Hollywood area. So yeah, I cut in that shop, and then, I worked in like 3 or 4 different shops before I transitioned to just going to like doing house call thing.
Mm-hmm. What even got you into doing barber?
Bro, it's so random. Like, I think
see some commercial and shit. Like, oh, do that.
No, it was never like I want to be a barber. One day when I was younger and I was in that little punk, like transferring out of my Corey Duffel phase, I had like a mushroom cut, and it was just some like my sister buzzed my head off type of thing, and then I don't know. My mom had this like, she had a dope pair of clippers for whatever reason. So from then on, I was just buzzing my own. Like, I would just start cutting my own hair. I never thought like, oh, I want to be a barber. At a very young age, I was just like cutting my hair, and then from then on, over time, I was start cutting up homies and shit. Like, I don't know at what point I like gained a lot of interest in it. I don't even know, bro.
Sometimes it just kind of falls in your lap, man.
It did.
It's not some. I'm just curious because this was in like
middle school.
Yeah, you just do something.
7th grade.
Yeah, and you're just like, damn, I guess I'm pretty nice with this. That's all. It's okay. Like, you still like, it's all right. Big up yourself. Like, it's one of those things.
For sure.
Where,
but it wasn't like, I looked at it like, this is where I want to go in life. I want to finish school and be a barber. But good thing I had that under my belt, or I learned how to cut hair at such an early age, because, dude, it got me, like, I'm still cutting hair, bro.
I mean, that's a talent. That's a skill to have.
Yeah, it's something I can bring wherever I go. So that's
what I'm saying. So, like, that's dope. I mean, it happens a lot of. Bro, I'm a bartender, and it's like I never drank. So it was something that just kind of fell into my lap. I was like, oh, I'm kind of good at this thing. And then you make money at it, and you're like, oh, I'm good at this and I can make a little bread.
Exactly. Yeah, I think
So,
that's when it started clicking.
and you're like,
okay,
oh,
I can
well,
make money doing this.
Yeah, it's like, why not do this thing I'm good at and make it work? So no, respect, man. Like that's cool that you came out here and made it work because you see it. It's like people come out here with aspirations of how skateboarding is going to be or anything's going to be. Your sister's an actor. It's like, I'm sure she's got plenty of ebbs and flows as far as how her career goes.
Yeah,
You know,
I think
like
somehow I had some brain capacity to think like I got to have some sort of backup or something that's going to help me, so I can go to California and skate. Because I had worked restaurant life and busboy and bro, I've had crazy jobs and it was just like I don't want to go out there and struggle or not do what I something I'm good at or something that that can lead me to right here, bro. Because I look back from 10 years when I moved here and it trips me out. Like,
do you remember when you finally did you drive or fly out here?
I flew and I had a car at the time and I stuffed it with whatever I could and I shipped my car.
They let you do that?
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to do that.
But I heard with, this company was like super shady.
They all are super shady.
All shady.
Did you have to pay them cash?
Yeah, and you got to throw it down a deposit.
Yes.
Like you can't even call it. You don't know when it's going to show up and then it just shows up on a big ass truck and they're like, "We're here."
Yeah.
And I wasn't even in it. They told us a week.
Yes, they
told me a week. So
and it was
I had
like
my flight
3 days.
Yeah, bro. And I'm calling my sister like, "Please tell me you're home." The guy's out. She had to go.
And he wants his money now.
Yeah, he wouldn't let the car down.
Yeah.
So
and it's got to be cash, and it's never the price that you talked about.
It was crazy, bro.
I know this. Go ahead. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm getting heated.
Because I shipped another car out here from Florida a couple years ago in the same situation. But that car at the time that I brought here when I first moved here was so shitty. Like the tranny already blew out years before. I was like, I'm too scared to even try to drive it out here. I didn't think it would have made it. So. Yeah, we got that thing shipped out here. Which was perfect. Yeah, I just flew here, and then all my shit was there when I got here, so I was like ready to, I was ready to go.
Oh man,
I mean, it wasn't that much shit. It was just like a bunch of shoes and boards and like, I mean, it was like stuff to like the edge of the window. I think that was their thing. Like, you can't stuff shit to the roof, but like you can put some shit in there.
Yeah, no, it's like, because I'm heated about that because I went to ship my car and they were like, you can't put nothing in it and whatever. And then, so I had bought a car back home. I was smart to put an air tag in it because I was like, they lie about when they're going to bring it and all this shit. So I was like, all right, bet. When I bought the car, I put an air tag in the trunk. And I remember calling them. I was tracking the car. And I remember calling about like where it was. And they were giving me the runaround. And I was like, that's interesting that you should say that because it's in whatever. And
they were lying, huh?
And he was like, "Oh well, we'll call you back or whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, I bet you will." And it just, but I had tracked it the whole time. So when they pulled that shit, I was already ready.
Yeah,
because they tried to jack the price because they were like, "Oh, they just kind of bombard you, like, oh,
yeah,"
because they know it's a car. You can't just be like, "Oh, leave it. I'll come pick it up later." It's not an Amazon package. You need that.
They hold that as, that's like your possession, but they have that as leverage. Like, we got your car.
So and
there's pay up.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And you're like, no, the lady on the phone said $1,200.
Nope.
Or some shit, and he wants like 14 or something.
Man,
bro, they make bread.
Yeah, it's cash too. They want cash, and I'm like,
yeah, I've always paid cash.
Yeah. I'm like, that's the biggest hustle. We're blowing it.
It is. I used to cut a guy that did that, and I know he made stupid money.
Dude, we're in the wrong business.
He had like multiple trucks, and he was constantly going back and forth.
He's like, what you gonna do about it? And
yeah,
like,
bro. Like,
find the money somehow.
That's
it.
It's crazy.
I mean, keep your shit. All right, so you were out here, and then so what finally got you to Long Beach?
Dude, I just got so burnt out in LA, and I was coming here on the weekends, seeing. Just kicking it with homies. And I think over time I was like, fuck, man, I love the vibes over here, but all my work's in LA. So if I move here, I know I'm going to be driving back and forth. Like, there's not really much way around that. So during the lockdown or whatever, that I came like right before that in 2020. I secured a place. It was cheaper too. Because before then I was in Koreatown for 2 years. So I think Koreatown just like which it was super sick, but I reached a point like it's too much happening. Like I need some like calm.
I was gonna live there too. I'm like, it's just too.
Bro, it's hectic.
Yeah, it's like I don't never chill.
Yeah, but it's sick though. Like you go get food at 2 a.m. and eat some amazing Korean food, or like there's always some shit to do. But yeah, when I moved here, it's like night and day, bro. I finally just took a deep breath, like
it's quiet out here.
Yeah. Like, and I didn't even know if I was gonna stay here or like go back to LA, but yeah, that was when everything locked down, and then as soon as I moved in there, we were just like not doing shit for a few months.
Damn.
And that was when at that point I shared like a private suite, like a barber suite with this this barber, this chick, she's from Philly. Her name's Jules the barber. You might know her, bro. I don't know.
But where's she from? You getting people jammed up. I
forgot
about your dad. Now it's your dad and Julia got tapping.
I know her favorite cheesesteak spot is
now you're really good.
She said Ishkabibbles is
okay.
Yeah, she's like Ishkabibbles on the way.
She has got a pass.
Yeah.
Julie, you all right? Your dad still got to hear from you. Your dad still got to check in.
Bro, it's crazy though. No, I could go on about that, but hold on, my pops just texted me. He grew up in South Jersey, Mount Laurel.
Okay. All right. Shout out to him on that.
Lived in the hood, North Philly, when I was going to Temple.
Oh,
that's a street cred right there. He just threw that out. But I was in North Philly.
Yo.
North Philly was buck or what? For him to say that.
For him to say, respect. Tell us that respect. Yo, North Philly, I'm going to tell y'all something right now.
That's so funny.
As a North Philly, yo, I felt bad for white kids over there because, man, they were robbing all of y'all over there. And it was, anyone that knows that they kept Temple area so brightly lit because they knew if you stepped your ass a block off that campus, it was like wolves. I couldn't live. That's one.
Philly gets down. Huh?
Yeah, over there I didn't mess with. That was one part. I lived in the Northeast.
So North Philly is.
I didn't. I lived in some rough areas, but I had a line in the sand, and that was where it was. I was like, I can't.
Really?
Yeah, you just got to be different over there. You got to be just ready. Like
that's crazy.
Yeah, you just got to be ready for it.
That's funny.
And it's always.
I didn't know that.
It's called the Badlands. Like that, they just call it that. They had to get that off of Google Maps because it was like that area. It's rough and it ain't gotten no better. Damn, your dad lived over there.
That's what he's claiming.
Hey, let him do it. I'm like, all right. Okay, he's fine. Tell him he's all right. He toughed it out.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, you said respect.
Yep, he ain't afraid of shit.
He said respect. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's what's up. Well, that's what's up. So then you came to Long Beach. You was in lockdown, and you were trying to cut hair. Couldn't do it for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I probably could have, but that was this was what transitioned me to the house calls, is because right away everyone was like, "Come to the crib," and I was like sitting back, like, "Nah, I'm not gonna cut hair. Give me like whatever." I didn't know what was going on at the time, so I think for like 2 months I didn't cut, and then. I caved in eventually because everyone was hitting me up. Like 2 months in, everyone's looking rough. Yeah. So I started going. Yeah, I was cutting people at their house, and then at this point, I think I can't remember if shops were still like we couldn't open back up for a long time, if you remember. So Jules, the barber at the time, she was hitting me up like, "Do you want to like, are you coming back or what should we do?" Because we were just renting this. Little private suites like Phoenix. It was Phoenix Salon Suites or like Sola. You probably seen those. Okay. It was like that type of deal. So yeah, we were splitting the rent there. But at this point, I was like doing house calls consistent, and I was making good money, and I was like, fuck, this is what I always wanted to kind of transition to. So I told her like I don't know, and then the shops did open back up. Then a week later, they were like, "No, we're closing everything down again." So then, she didn't work for a while, and I was I think I eventually told her like, "I don't think I'm coming back." And then ever since then, bro, I'm like still somehow solo? It's still solo.
What? Hey, congratulations being your own boss, man.
It's scary, bro. It's like up and down, but
wow,
it's better, man. It set me up like for what I'm doing right now is perfect because I was over the years I was working 6 days in the shop, then I cut to 5, and I'm like, trying to find more time to skate, of course. And then I went to 3 days a week in the shop, and I was like, trying to work as much as I can. That shit was tiring. Like trying to do 12 heads a day, 3 days a week, like 10 to 12 heads. Like by the time the weekend comes, I'm like, fuck, I'm hurting.
And what's your average haircut?
The what, like the price?
Yeah.
When I first moved here, it was 25, and then I went up to 40, bumped up to 40 because I moved to a shop that was charging 50, and then yeah, I was stuck at 50 for years. And then the house calls, that shit went up.
Oh no, absolutely.
I mean, you have to,
Yeah,
especially in a city like here. Like, there's no way I could fit 10 people in a day. I mean, it's more like I'm doing 4 to 5 house calls in a day, and that shit. I just did 12 hours yesterday. Like it takes all day. So.
Yeah.
But now I can do that 2 days a week versus
6.
Yeah, 6 days, and I'm like standing up the whole, cutting nonstop in the chair like this. Now I get to do a cut, sit in the car for an hour, stuck in traffic, go try to get to my next one, which gives me a little, give me some breaks in between, throwing a little podcast.
Dude,
it's
that's
better,
what's
bro.
up. No, absolutely. Anytime you can do what you came out to do and still be able to support yourself, I mean, that's just, you see it, man. Like, you get it. So actually, I say that to say this. We're going to touch on this one. How do you feel? So you've been out here, you said 10 years?
Yeah, I think
yeah.
April to May,
can
March,
move that
10
thing.
years.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
And what I mean is, like, okay, so your perception from when you got here to where you're at right now, how's that
like
looking?
with barbering?
We'll do both, actually. With the barbering, I mean, because you were doing that back in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And then clearly, how is it like now? Like when you came out here, was it different? Like how different was it dealing with clients and just people and figuring out navigating?
I mean, because I worked a few years in Florida too before. I think for 3 years I was in shops there, so I kind of understood like how it is working in a shop and taking new clients. Like because at first I was scared, bro. Like I didn't. There were certain haircuts that I had never done, so I'm like, I just got to take whoever comes in the door, and what they ask for, I got to serve them up. So I'm like, I by the time I got to California, I was real confident. Like I can get in this shop, and all I need to do right now is just focus on building my clientele. So that was what happened. I came here, but I remember I definitely had more drive because I was like, I have no option. So I got to find people. I got to get clients. So
exactly.
I'm like walking up and down Ventura because I worked in this shop in right on Ventura Boulevard, and I'm just like handing out business cards and shit. Like I should do that now, but I honestly don't. But I was hungry, bro. I was like, just Instagram, a lot of trying to figure out how to post and like figure out ways for people to find me through there, and bro, just yelling at people on the street like, hey man, if you need a cut, I'm right here. Come check me out.
Some dude got me one time.
Business card.
Yeah. Some dude who was cutting hair in the driveway, and I was kind of rough. He was like, I got you, man. Quick 20. I was like,
all right.
Bet.
Yeah.
Like he came right on the porch.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's cool. I get it. But that's what it is like something that I noticed, and it's no shame on people, but I just noticed the hustle's different.
Yeah.
Like
with what?
With like people coming from the East Coast, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Like
you got nothing to fall back on.
Yeah,
it's
we're
like,
just like,
you're not gonna go back home.
Yeah, we gotta make it happen.
Yeah.
So it's like, because I think about that too. I'm like, damn, I got a job the second day I was out here. I was not wasting. And because I was like, I'll just figure it out. Like, then I can do in a restaurant. I'll start somewhere.
Yeah.
But I just want to be skating. I want to be able to be doing what I love to do.
Mm-hmm.
And cover that base, because I don't know if you did, but I didn't move out here with an aspiration of being a professional skateboarder. Like, that wasn't my. No, not saying that you're doing that or not doing that, but I'm saying for me personally, I moved out here at 35. So, you know what I mean? I was able to have some fun with my friends.
Yeah, yeah.
But you, on the other hand, you came out here younger. So what I'm wondering is, like, did you come out here like on a path of anything?
Yeah, like skate wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was the only reason I moved here.
Okay.
And not like, oh, I'm gonna become a pro and do all this shit, but obviously that was the dream. Like, I just wanted to come out here and see what it's like. And I mean, this place was like a fairy tale to me or something. Like,
Same.
Or like this magic place, which it was, and that's the only thing that not kills me, but you know, you just get so adjusted and you know how everything is. But at first it was a whole new world, bro. I was tweaking out.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because I remember geographically I had no idea where anything was. Like my sister's house was she had a dope nice house right on Ventura up like slightly up Laurel Canyon.
Okay.
So I thought I thought like the opposite way was where like down all of LA is, and I didn't know on the other side of the mountain. I thought that was nothing. Like I was just so confused.
Yeah, you didn't know, yeah.
Yeah, one day I finally like drove up to Runyon Canyon to go like check out the view. Like I was like, oh, she told me like go check out Runyon. So I go up there, and as soon as I approach the other side of the mountain, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Downtown's at this? Everything's over here, bro.
Yep.
I thought everything was backwards. It tripped me out.
LA's sprawling. This area it's super sprawling.
Yeah, it's fucking. That view is insane. Like you see how big LA is. But dude, I was like scared to get on the freeways out here. I wasn't used to no like 6-lane freeway. Like so, I'm like, people are like, come to Long Beach. So I'm trying to find like side streets, like shit like that. Was so stupid. And eventually, I just hopped on a freeway. I'm like, oh, like I can. I don't know why I was so scared of that. Like.
It's new. It's new surroundings.
It's new, yeah.
Yeah, it's all brand new. Hey, I get it, and that's why I always ask him like,
it's
okay,
different.
Yeah, it's so different to adjust. I mean, story's the same. It's like I wasn't used to any of this shit. Like,
bro, I was on such a high. I remember walking around like just saying hi to anybody. Like, hey, how's your day going? Like, hey, like I was just feeling so good. And looking back, I'm like, these people are probably like, why is this dude just approaching me saying hi? But like, fuck, maybe that's how I need to always be. But I was just so excited, like. I was on another fucking, I don't know, my mind was on something else. Like I was just, you know, I was tripping out. But
did you shoot for anything like sponsor-wise when you came out here?
I don't think so. I think when I first came, no, I mean, I didn't really know a lot of people. I knew, I don't know if you know, his name's Niche. Well, his name's Nick. You know Niche?
Yeah.
So Niche, you know Wolfgang?
Yeah.
We all grew up together.
Oh,
so I didn't even mention any of this. We're all from Sarasota.
Niche the character.
So yeah, Niche moved out here, bro. I've known Niche.
I love that dude
Since I was I was like 6 years old, bro. Before skating was even a thing.
Whoa.
He used to. His mom. I could be wrong, but I think his mom was like the cleaning lady for his family house I used to always go to, and I would see little Niche. Well, I was younger than him, but I was like, who is this dude? Like. And little did I know, but later on, we started skating in Florida years later. So, fuck, I keep losing track. But was it why I came down to Long Beach, I think?
Well, Niche and Wolfgang, because you said you knew those guys.
Well, Wolf moved out here later on after I did. But Niche, he had been here for 6 years or 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I only knew Niche, and like I had one other homie from Sarasota that was like, I didn't know anybody when it came to skateboarding. So yeah, I was coming down here and hanging with Niche, and he introduced me to, that was when this was maybe a year of me living here, so I'm going a little forward. But that was how Dog, if you remember Dog, that's how I started getting on that.
Oh, that's right.
Remember that? Yeah.
Damn, I forgot about that. You had two boards on there.
Yeah.
You know what sucks is like, that was dope.
That
like,
shit was short-lived.
It was short-lived.
As soon as I got the boards,
everybody rocked with it, but it
done.
was like, it was like, oh.
Bro, that shit had so much potential, man.
It did.
It did.
That's a bummer.
I think we could have put a little more.
I forgot.
You know, we were gonna,
that.
and then, yeah, I don't know.
Because it was so short. It popped, but that was it.
Yeah, that shit.
And you're like, oh,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, Antoine was, of course, like the dude on the team, and then we put on, you know, I got put on. But yeah, that was just, I never tried really, like, it was super organic. Marcus, you know Marcus?
Marcus.
Salisbury, fucking Firecracker, Hollywood 16.
Oh,
I don't know if you can link that with him. Like, I'm sure
I probably know if I saw him.
Yeah, he lived with Niche. They were just in a skate house. It was like him, Niche. I think like Yuri. Niche was good friends with Yuri, so he would be living there, and like the homie Nico. If you know, I don't know if you know Nico. Yeah, Long Beach, fucking homie.
Oh my God, yeah, I taught Nico how to put his baby seat in his car.
Yeah, so
I was like, "You're about to be a dad. Let me show you how to do this."
Yeah, he's about to have a kid. Shout out to Nico.
Dude, best, dude. No, that's so cool. Damn, I forgot about that.
So yeah, Marcus was I was like, what are these boards? And or he was just like, here, I want you to try one of these boards. He's like, Antoine's fucking with it. So I was like, all right. And I just needed a board, so I set it up, and I didn't know anything about the brand or not. They were just starting up. I don't think it was a thing at that point. So I got like, it was just good timing or something. And then the dude that was, I don't know if you know who was running Dog. Was the homie Mike Reno. If you know Reno.
Oh, yes.
Reno.
Yes, I do know him.
You've probably seen him in
damn.
Barrel flip no slide.
Yes,
hideout. Yeah.
Dude, that guy, he's a G.
Yeah. So, I mean, I didn't know much at the time either, but apparently it was him that started it. And, yeah, he saw like a clip. I guess he was super hyped off the jump. And I went back home and posted some clip. He was like, I want to hook that dude up.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like that. And then I started getting boxes, and one thing led to another.
Oh, that was sick. Damn, I forgot about that. Yeah, two boards. That's right. Yeah, 2 boards on there.
Fucking David Reyes got put on, and Jamie Tansoni, and there's a lot of homies.
Yeah.
James Fitz was getting hooked up. Fucking that dude Adam Simone. You know Adam Simone? Dude,
yes.
that dude is sick.
They're
all sick.
Oh man, see that's.
It could have been a dope.
At least everybody liked it though. You know what I mean? Yeah, at least people were like, all right. It didn't last, but everyone was like, we rocked with it. Damn, that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
That shit. But I mean, you see how things go now. It's like, it's hard to hold on to anything right now.
Yeah, it was just.
But so you did it. That you're doing like.
Yeah.
You did the thing. I always look at it with people. I'm like, hey man, be glad that you did something that people would have loved to have done. You did it.
Exactly. Yeah. That was the coolest experience.
Hey. Look back there, I'm like, this is pretty damn cool, man.
Yeah, like I had Antoine like surprise me with the boards, like a surprise party, and Antoine was like holding the boards. Fucking Beagle was DJing, like,
yeah,
bro, I was tripping, like,
exactly.
Is this real right now? What the fuck's going on?
Oh, that's cool, man.
So that was so sick.
Check that off the bucket list, dog.
I was on top of the world that night, bro.
Hey, as you should be.
Yeah, but I blacked out, so real quick.
So after that, like. Just anything, just kind of like,
bro, fucking stagnant. Not stagnant, but yeah, nothing much since. Trying to think, like, well, as far as boards, no. I mean, New Balance, they've been lacing me up for years now.
Good dudes, good dudes.
Yeah, just now I'm tight with everyone over there.
Well, that's cool.
Not much, bro. Like Element, they've been throwing me boards for years, but it's like, I don't know what's going on with that either. It's kind of, I think they're just like helping me out, like giving me boards when I need boards, which is sick. But I've been going board crazy lately and trying different shapes and.
Yeah, that'll get to you.
Buying shit from China. Doing
you better hurry up and get it now. Get it quick.
I know. It's just the price is going up.
I know, man. Everything's taking a whoop. And but that's what skating. I mean, look at all of our friends. You see it. Like, you have friends that are pro skateboarders, and you're like, well, whatever that even means.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, yeah, I don't know.
It's such a skewed thing now.
It is, bro.
Like, you're like, okay, pro, but I'm like, you got to work a job like anybody else. And that's with a lot of industries now. But skating's so weird seeing it, because you're just like, damn. I was talking to someone about this. I said, part of me wishes I didn't live out here, because I can see behind the curtain out here.
Now you know how everything operates.
Yeah,
and, like, the truth. And that was what I had to learn too over time. Like when I first came here, I'm like, thinking it's something that is not. Skate industries.
It was all the dream.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, you see like again and again, fools come here and try to live that dream, and it's got to be tough, bro. You don't have anything to fall on, and you're like couch surfing, just trying to skate your ass off, and then you have to face like the harsh reality of like
not getting paid.
You ain't gonna get paid. I mean, yeah, you might. It's like very situational. Like certain people do for sure, but the majority, 80%. I mean, it seems. I don't know the statistics, but
look at this. Look at where we live at. Think about just how many people in a 5-block radius of where we live are sponsored skateboards.
Oh yeah.
Like, think about that.
Or like super legendary.
And you're like, how much
not even
money?
That long ago. Like,
and think about how much money it costs for you to live, and think about how much money you think they're getting paid.
Oh, it's nothing.
It's nothing. Like, so it stems back around to like, damn, you better be doing this because you love it, and then and also though, I mean, you see it now. The people dictate like who's valid and who's not, no matter what brand you're on. Don't matter. You see it. Like, you post something and look who leaves comments or whatever. It's not situational. It's not like, oh, because Kenny's behind this brand now. It's like, no, it's like, nah, man, you see it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like that now, where it's like, who cares? Like, people's Instagrams don't even have their sponsors list on it, because even the sponsors don't know who they have on there. And it's getting, I always look at that, talk to guys like yourself, where I'm like, damn, how does it feel to know that, like, you don't need this thing, but you could use it? Meaning, like, it's like, all right, you don't need, now board sponsors, like, no one needs that anymore. Everyone knows how, they know how to get boards and how to figure it out. It's cool to do. That's why you see all these little brands, people doing it with their friends. Because you're like, well, you might as well keep it in house. You guys can get boards, post on Instagram all we want. Like, we don't need this industry to be like, oh, you're cool. It's like, no, man, we got all these people over here that think what we're doing is tight. You know, or
that's true. There's a lot of that now. I mean,
and definitely. I mean, and I see that
some of that I feel will blossom into like a big, end up being really big too.
Exactly, because it's you guys doing it. You're more motivated. It's like making a video. Like, I'm sure you make, like, you know, you make a video part with your friends. It's so much more fun doing a video with your friends.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, this is gonna be cool. So throw some boards in the mix. It's like, or whatever. It's like, it's easier to do now. And I feel like people that, I mean, you see it. People move from somewhere else out to here on the thing of like, I'm gonna make it. I'm like, bro, you were better off back where you were, trying to blow your scene
especially
up.
Now too. It's like you can make shit happen anywhere, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, that's that.
You got a filmer in some good spots.
Yeah, even that. It's like people get creative, man. So,
or LA is just not the mecca that I feel like it once, you know, it was, obviously.
Because it doesn't have to be.
You had to be here.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's what everyone would say.
Yeah. That whole had to be here thing. It's like, nah.
Not no more.
Yeah, not no more. It's like, you could be here if you want, but what do you? All right. It's like everything's kind of washed over what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Like, think about. It's like, what's the spot now? The curved ledge at the whatever. It's like everyone's
gonna blow that shit out, bro. Oh man.
But
that's the hardest part, is trying to find spots, honestly.
Yeah, because there's no,
or you would think it's the opposite, but it's like everything's fucking.
There's so many skateboarders
destroyed.
There's so many. LA is there's so many people that ride a skateboard. I always wondered how. I'm like, who is actually buying skateboards sometimes? Because I'm like, there's so many.
Dude,
kids.
I wonder the same shit.
Bro, I can't give boards away. Like, it's hard to just get like board. Just, like,
what's up with that?
Stacks of boards left at skate parks and like used boards.
Yeah, I'm always leaving shit.
Yeah, like, but you know what I mean though. But it's weird in that sense of there's just so much of it going on, and I mean, people are obviously doing it. But you're like, you look around, you're like, every kid gets something from somebody, from somewhere, from something, because everyone's good.
Yeah.
So you wonder, like, who's buying this stuff? You go to skate shop, there's 1,000 skateboards up on the wall.
Yeah, bro. All these new brands that I'm like, what is this? What is this? Like, I'm learning new shit, and then I'm looking it up. Like, damn, who are these fucking skaters doing they got their whole movement over here in Europe or some shit.
Yeah, and it's
I'm
cool.
Like, becoming a fan. Like,
yeah, you find all these odd companies. Like, this is kind of cool, man.
I think that aspect of it's sick.
I always wonder. So.
It's not just these like straight, you know, corporate or whatever bigger main brands. It's I mean, I think it's good and bad in a way. Like, I think everything gets affected in some sort of way.
What's your biggest takeaway from, like, you know, from being out here? Like, since you've been out here, like, do you plan to stay, or what's How do you feel?
That's where I'm stuck. Like, I don't know. Because, dude, it's hard to say, man.
And I asked that. Well, here's the thing. Well, now that I think about it after talking to you, I would think your circumstances would be definitely different because your client base is now built out here.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. It's like, I don't know if I can move to, if it's in the US, like some other state and do what I'm doing. Or if I did, it would be hard and I probably wouldn't be able to charge. There's guys here that will pay, you know, the price, no question, like come to their crib and, I mean, but I'm not tripping too hard. Like I feel like anywhere I go, I could probably figure it out some way. Like start with cutting hair, but also I don't know if I want to cut hair forever. It's like I feel like I'm at the point in my life where I need to figure out something. Not just like I'm always gonna cut hair. I feel in some shape or form, but yeah, just something. Definitely another income, like a second income, because this is all I've depended on for 10 years.
Well, what interests
10
you?
plus.
It's like, I was asked that question too, is in theory of, okay, so you cut hair, you ride a skateboard, like what interests you?
Fuck, that's a good question, bro.
Crazy, right?
That I think that's where I'm stuck. Like, not like I'm just waiting for the idea to come, but the idea, I don't know what it is. And I've thought of like starting a little brand or something, or apparel. We were gonna do some sort of apparel at some point. Fuck, it's a good question, bro. I mean, or I'm like, what's real estate like? And then I'm looking into it. I'm like, fuck, is that something I even want to try to learn or dive into? And some people are like, yeah, it could be great. And I see like the nightmares of owning real estate, or I mean, there's so much shit. It's like I need to whatever it is, like with my brain, I need to figure it out and just kind of lock onto it and really go in.
Yeah. I mean, hey, listen, you're looking at a man that's trying to figure his shit out. I'm sitting here with this, I got podcast shit, print shop shit, others like, but that's what life is like you're just figuring it out.
Yeah.
At 31, God, like I said, I'm still figuring it out. I kind of know now.
Yeah, we're always figuring it out. I mean, it's
Yeah,
never like,
but it's one of those things where it's like, you have a talent and you wonder, you're like, damn, am I locked in because I'm leaning on this talent too much, and it keeps you from stepping out to do something else.
Which I think it probably has, but yeah, just right now I'm enjoying how it's set up. Like I don't think it's set up to where I'm gonna be set for life doing this. So I think eventually I'm gonna have to like step out of, I mean, I cut hair 2 days a week. Like I can on those other days do whatever I want. I mean, I choose to skate, but it's really because I just enjoy skating so much too. Most of it is that. Like, of course, if an opportunity comes out of it, amazing. But I'm not gonna, I don't know, like depend on that. Like this is what it has to be. It doesn't have to be that, but of course it would be sick.
Mm.
But like we were saying before, I mean, it might be a couple extra bucks a month, if anything. It's like,
Yeah, it's and that's whole issue is, well, not issue. It's just finding your lane,
Yeah.
You're like, damn, what interests me? What do I like to do? And you're like, damn, I'm kind of into this thing or I'm into that thing. For me, I'm like, no more hobbies. I have so many swirling around.
Yeah, I'll pick up on
but then
hobbies
you
for
get,
sure.
yeah, but then like I said, you lean on your talents and it keeps you from stepping out. It's like I'm a bartender. Luckily, I love what I do. I can keep doing this thing, but I'm like, man, is there something else? Like, is there something else I should be doing? Or maybe there's something
Yeah,
else
I
I
mean,
might
yeah,
want to
I
do?
definitely think,
And
have
then you
those
get
thoughts.
scared of like, well, do I want to
back.
stop this thing where I just make this money so easily
Exactly.
and do this thing now because it's
Am I gonna look back and regret like why wasn't I really enjoying myself just for this money?
yeah.
And that's my other thing. I'm just trying to like at this point live under my means and just be smarter about my money, but also not everything for me is just money, money, money. Like
Exactly.
it's all I'd personally rather I'd be happier enjoying my life in a little hut somewhere than like having a big ass house and all these responsibilities and 3 businesses. And I'm always, because, I cut dudes' hair that live that lifestyle. And I'm just like, fuck, bro. Like, I would be too stressed. Even like, I've definitely thought about opening a barber shop and who knows, down the road I might do that as well. But right now I'm like, no, I don't want to dedicate all my time towards that, and not because I'm trying to make it in skating. I'm enjoying my life, dude. Like how I got it right now. Now I'm just trying to figure out, how can I save some money, like at least save something over time, or start a, I don't know. I'm like, do I need to start a Roth or some shit?
Oh my God.
Like,
bro, let me.
bro. But I'm like, fuck. I mean, my dad will, he's telling me all the time, like, do that, At least that, like, have something that I can just put away and not even worry about that, just so maybe later on I got that. But
yeah, I mean, hey, look, that's forward thinking, man. Not a lot of people have that. Like,
I mean, I used to never think that, but now it's in my head. Like,
yeah,
put something away.
Yeah, just have something to fall back on, because you don't know what life could bring, man.
Yeah.
Always, no matter what you do, have some sort of skill. Like, luckily for you, you have a skill that you can do and sustain yourself and be able to live your dream out, man. And that's the key right there. I feel like that's perfect, because you see it now. I mean,
like, I feel like I am living, my dream right now, and I probably don't even realize it. Like,
and
I'm gonna look back like, dude, 30s were amazing. Like, that was perfect.
Be grateful, man. Yeah. I mean, look at it like this. You're able to do it. You said, damn, you can skate 5 days a week, hopefully worry free.
I don't, but
you know what I mean, though? It's like,
you're
not like, damn, I gotta be paying the bills right now.
Yeah,
it's like,
bro, shit. Work is stressful, and I get it, bro.
Yeah. And you sit and listen, and that's the thing that people don't realize too, is your job isn't necessarily just a physical job, it's mental, because you're sitting there listening to people talk about their lives, and you're feeling their energy. You know what's going on, and they're different. Everybody's different, so you're peeling the curtain back on so many different aspects of life.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. It's not just
they school you the game.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people that have, like, you've gotten advice that they never offered, but you picked it up from what they've said.
I feel like I've gained a lot. I learned a lot just through cutting people's hair. And,
that's
also had to absorb a lot of like you're their therapist type shit.
Yes.
Like, sometimes you'll be like, what the fuck what did you just say to me? Like, they'll sit in the chair and just tell you some personal shit, but it's cool. They trust you as that person. But
the whole thing is, you still heard it, and you still.
Yeah, I have to absorb that, dude. And I'm very, I'm like an introverted person, so that shit wears me out, dude. Like, after a long day of working, I come home, I just have to sit there in silence for an hour, just like, fuck, like. And some days, I'll give them the hint, like, or I'll even say it, like, today is not, like, I just need to focus on cutting hair today, bro. Like,
yeah,
it's rare when I say that, but sometimes I'll just, they'll get the hint, bro. Some days I'm up and I'm talkative, but
some days it's business, baby.
Bro, by that last cut, I'm fucking drink, because you're trying to, you have to focus on cutting their hair too. So it's like you have to multitask, and some people are really good at it, but for me, I know it slows my hair cutting down a little bit. So, like,
well, because they're talking to you in a way of, they're telling you something that is not just a trivial thing. So you kind of got to watch your response, in the sense of, you don't want to sound like you don't give a shit.
Yeah, of course.
So
man.
it's like,
you got to,
but
you have to show that you care.
Yeah, but you're trying to hustle and get this done, bro. I get it. I thought, like, I fully get that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm always like, man, could I go into therapy? You know what I mean? It's like, is that what I'm skilled at? Maybe I could switch to that and not be slanging drinks, or same deal. It's like I get paid to listen.
Dude, I guess I am a therapist in a certain aspect, but yeah, I couldn't do that, man.
Isn't that wild though?
But you're to be a real therapist, yeah, you really gotta, like, deal with some shit, help some trauma, like that's, you're taking in that energy, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's good. Well, listen, I really appreciate you, man. Seriously, for coming out for this, because I do this for the homies. This is my therapy.
No, this
talking to my
right
friends.
Here. This is my first podcast right here,
so. And I'm blessed that you did it.
Thanks for having me, dude.
Yo, thank you, my friend. Absolutely. And before we go, hey, leave us with some parting words, man. Talk to, 10 years from now, I'm gonna sit back like, damn, give me something.
Man, this shit's gonna sound cliche, but just go for your dreams, bro. Whatever your aspirations are, go for it. Don't spend time thinking on like, oh, I could have done this or done that. Just go for it, because I think we all kind of, especially us down out here from other places, like we eventually went for that, and anything could happen, bro. So whatever it may be, just go all in.
I love that, man.
I guess, right?
Thank you, man. And on that note, we
Thank
out.
you, bro.
Peace.
Yes, sir.